Hey, what's going on, JJ Crew? And welcome to Journey John's Guide to Quick Hacking. So if you're not familiar with what quick hacking is, it basically lets you hack into other enemies. Basically, you do whatever you want to them. You can incapacitate them, make them blind, stun them, set them on fire, do whatever you want. So the way you're gonna do that is you gotta always bring up your scanner, and then you can highlight the target that you want to hack. And so you'll have a bunch of different options depending on which quick hacks you have installed in your operating system. And so right now you see we got breach protocol, ping, weapon glitch, cyberware malfunction, reboot optics, cyber psychosis, and contagion. So we're gonna go into breach protocol and we're gonna activate some of these cyber hacks through breach protocol. So this does things like disables their weapons, makes them blind, stuff like that. Good times. And then we're gonna we're gonna make that guy go crazy with cyber psychosis, so he's gonna attack everybody on the other side. Even though he's kind of already doing that, this is actually two different factions that are fighting it out. So we have one guy fighting like 3 or 4 other dudes on the other side, as you can see as we highlight them with their ping. And now we're gonna use contagion to kind of spread the love around to the different enemies, and we're gonna incapacitate them so we can go in and loot their bodies later. There's a lot of different options when it comes to cyber hacking. Kind of depends on what your playstyle is. So you can really do whatever you want. And the main thing you gotta make sure is that you have an operating system installed so that you can quick hack. And then we're gonna try to take this lady out. Let's switch to Johnny's trusty hand cannon here and shoot her through that, whatever that was. So here you can see we got a cyber deck. You need a cyber deck in your operating system. And so we have 6 slots for cyber hacks. And so the way you can get these, the best way to get cyber hacks or quick hacks, is to craft them in your crafting menu, which you'll have to unlock through either purchasing a crafting recipe or through your quick hack perks. So you'll craft from rare to epic to legendary. And so you got the Hacker's Manual, School of Hard Hacks, Hacker Overlord, and then Bart Moses Legacy. So those are all the perks you need to get up to those legendary quick hacks. And if you don't want to invest points into that, you can always go around to Netrunners. There's 3 that I'm aware of on the map. There's one in Westbrook, Japantown. There's one in Watson, Kabuki, which is probably the first one that you're gonna run into. I think you have to go there as far as like the opening game. And then the last one is in Pacifica Coast View. As far as I know, they usually only have rare to maybe a few epic quick hacks. So we're gonna look at each quick hack, try them out. So the ones that we're using, we got Contagion, which poisons the target and spreads to nearby enemies. Cyber Psychosis, causes the target to attack nearby enemies or commit suicide if there are no enemies around. Reboot Optics, causes the target to go blind and spreads to nearby enemies. Weapon Glitch, jams the target's weapon and causes it to malfunction and spreads to nearby enemies. Cyberware Malfunction, starts the target and disables their cyberware. Cripple Movement, preventing the target from moving and spreads to nearby enemies. So I think we're gonna do the cripple. So this one, you use this in the tutorial, but the target must have a grenade for you to be able to detonate it. And these targets don't have any grenades, so we're not able to use it here. But we are able to ping them. So, you know, we got something going at least. And then we're gonna swap over to Overheat. As long as they're not like aware of you, you can always swap out your quick hacks. But once you actually have entered combat, then you can no longer do that. So that was Overheat. It sets target on fire, doing damage over time. Then we switched over to Short Circuit, which deals damage, incapacitating the target and it does 30% more damage to enemies below a high threat level, and it's also strong against robotics and has an EMP effect as well. Sonic Shock will blind and deafen the target, and it's got, like, as you can see, it's got like a 6-second cooldown. At the top left side next to the health bar, you can actually see the cooldown for all your different quick hacks and status effects. So that guy almost noticed us there.
Come on, don't drag this out.
And then request backup lures nearby enemies toward the target. So wherever you activated it on. Memory wipe resets their alert status, so if they're trying to find you, they will no longer try to find you. They'll just go back to standing around and do nothing. Suicide lethally causes the target to off themselves, as you can see right there. And then system reset non-lethally incapacitates the target. Same thing basically, but it costs more. And I think it's also quieter. It doesn't alert nearby enemies, so there is a benefit to using that over making them commit suicide. So yeah, he just kind of fell over. And then we're gonna do it again to this guy right now. So the legendary quick hacks actually have passives, so that allow them to be activated through the reach protocol, which is what we're going to do here in a second. So you can see all the options on the right here. These are all because we have the legendary versions of these. We can activate these, and they'll either be activated. You can manually activate them by just like highlighting a target and activating it, and it basically doesn't cost you anything, and you can go ahead and activate another quick hack. Or whenever like you come into contact with an enemy, it'll trigger those 3 that you've uploaded, and then they will become active. Or at least the weapon jammer and optics, which is really handy when you're trying to sneak around, because it basically makes a dude blind like as soon as he notices you. It's very, very handy. And of course, you can always use your quick hacks and use them in parallel with other abilities or weapons and things, which is nice. So a random dude over our left side. So I've been in this area for a little bit, and one encounter he actually came over and joined the fight, but it doesn't look like he's gonna do it this time. But yeah, I really like shooting through walls and hacking through walls. Those are both very, very fun. The legendary ping lets you hack enemies through walls, which is extremely handy. Extremely handy. And then many other passes will do things like reduce the cooldown for your quick hacks, let enemies shoot each other, and it'll also help you like recover more RAM. So things you might want to pair with quick hacking is like we were just seeing there, stealth, or under cool, you have an assassin and a strike from the shadows. And then here we have mass vulnerability in the quick hacks upgrade, which means that quick hacks will now receive that 30% bonus. You got head start, compression, reduces the lengths of basically makes the breach protocol a lot easier to do, as well as total recall. And cloud strike does basically the same thing. It reduces the quick hack by 1. And then the one that you want for quick hacking, as far as like relating to other stuff, is that quick hacks deal 100% more damage to enemies that are unaware of you, which makes it really easy to one-off dudes with perks like short circuit, which I really like. That's a very, very good quick hack to have, assuming you got the one that does like 30% more damage. So damage can really, really stack. So now that you got a bit of an idea of the build that we're going with, we're just going to go in and mess around with these dudes for a little bit, and we're just going to take them out with a couple of blasts of contagion. And that's really all it takes for most of these encounters. So there you go, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. There is one thing that I noticed, which was kind of weird. At the point that I'm in the game now, which is almost towards the end, I'm at level 50. I noticed that if I try to switch too many of my quick hacks at once, and I try to hack somebody, it'll just basically break the game. Like I can't even do a breach protocol. It'll say that failed. I can't hack, and like the FPS just drops like to freaking cinematic mode essentially. So try to avoid that. But I hope you all enjoy this video. To leave a like, check us out over on Twitch, and drop a subscribe if you haven't already, because we're going to be doing more videos like this. So I'll see y'all. Have a good one, guys. Bye bye.